Hello and welcome everyone to my presentation on bird flu, our deadly neighbor. As I was saying, we are interested in the Asian avian influenza A type, also known as H5N1. Now, this is highly infectious and very deadly to birds and poultry. It was very first found in geese in China, actually, and it is only one of 9 known H5 subtypes. Now, the issue is all of the H5 subtypes are known to infect wild birds and poultry, though any zoonotic transmission has been limited. Now, it has a very high replication rate and is undergoing constant genetic and phenotypic changes, which gives rise to the issue of it being a zoonotic disease. When it does create a variation that leaps the animal human barrier, it is very infectious and highly pathogenic, especially the H5N1 infections, which were reported in over 16 countries to date and has resulted in over a 50% mortality in humans. A little bit on the pathogenesis of this. It enters through endocytosis or RNA uptake from the environment. It, like many influenza viruses that normally present in humans, infects and replicates using the cell's own mechanisms, and it exits through budding or apoptosis of the existing cells. Now, the positive viral RNA has been found to cause infections in multiple areas, including the brains, the heart, the intestines, the placenta, leading to mother-to-fetal infections and crossing that barrier, causing a lot of issues, and it's highly replicative. It causes many infections, especially in the epithelial cells. And like I said, it enters through cuts or inhalation or ingestion of contaminated material or just exposure to the virus directly. It causes direct weakening and dysregulation of cytokine and chemokine response, which weakens our immune response even more than it already was in response to this new virus that we do not have any response to, as it made that leap from animal to human. Now, it causes extreme hemorrhaging and death of cells. It directly causes apoptosis of cytokines, chemokines, and macrophages, decreasing our immune response even more. And like I said, it does infect the epithelial cells of the sinus, the pharynx, and the lung tissues, especially in the trachea and down further into the bronchioles, and causing extreme alveolar hemorrhaging and death. And like I said, severe lung damage. How can it be infected? Well, like I said, it is our next door neighbor. Though the US has seen no true infections and no community spread at all, it can be a serious issue. Our backyard poultry of oftentimes just chickens can be infected from wild birds or just fecal matter, and without proper sanitization, humans can easily pick it up and become contaminated. And a little bit of the historical side, why this is such a big deal, is we have already seen a crossing of the species barrier. It was first seen in 1997 when it jumped the barriers in Hong Kong and China, and then we also saw later on in 2014 the first imported case into uh, Canada, where a traveler had come from China recently carrying the infection. And like I said, it was first detected in avians, just wild birds, mainly geese, in 1996, sorry. And it is still today an endemic to avian species in Bangladesh, China, Egypt, India, Indonesia, and Vietnam. And there are still no known cures or truly effective vaccines for this virus. The good news, though, while sporadic human infection has occurred, there has been very minimal human-human spread, and there has been no sustained communal spread, despite the extreme morbidity and highly infectious and replicative structure of this virus. Hope you all have a good day. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful presentation. And do not fear, though our next door neighbors may be carrying a deadly virus, you very well will be fine if you wash your hands. Have a good one.